A new video dropped, check it out.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's
Oh yeah,
impossible, bro.
no,
We're not
it's
winning
cool,
five
bro.
bad.
Well. The NFL can give us 1 year without Patrick Mahomes. It was a 1 year. But sometimes these old heads are right, bro. Like the things LeBron.
What every NBA team should do before the trade deadline. The trade deadline is the final days a team can make trades. But why do we have it? So, players can't be traded for their only use is for the playoffs. It's not fair to the players traded away from the playoff-bound team, and also to prevent teams from emptying their team at the end of the season by trading low-minute players for better players. The NBA trade deadline is February 8th. I'm playing, guys. Do y'all miss my voice?
Okay, it's that time of year again. So it's almost All-Star weekend, so that means the trade deadline is coming up. So I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm not trying to figure out actually. I'm here to tell you what every team should do if they're smart. So I got the NBA script. I had the NFL script, now I got the NBA script. So let's jump into it. So first off, we got the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers are 30-17, good enough for fifth in the East. And they also have an MVP candidate and Joel Embiid and a breakout star in Tyrese Maxey. And have a really deep team. So the only thing I have for this team is please let Joel Embiid knee fully heal. Really let him sit out to the playoffs. I took time to write some notes for every team. So here's the notes for the 76ers. I'm going to start off by saying Nick Nurse is a great hire. A lot of people think Joel Embiid is a better passer this year. No, Nick Nurse is a way better coach than Doc Rivers. And please keep Joel Embiid out till the playoff time. Please let that knee heal. Please, just please let that knee heal. Or just the last week to get him going before the playoffs. Something. Just please, something. You really don't have to make no changes to this roster. I wouldn't make no changes to this roster. But if it came down to it, I wouldn't be mad with trading Tobias Harris for a star until Joel Embiid comes back. But also, Tobias Harris been balling. And if you trust Tyrese Maxey to just lead this team to a high seed till Joel Embiid come back, I wouldn't be mad. Just leave it. Leave it how it is. Leave it how it is. Just leave it how it is. The Bucks are 32-16, good enough for second in the East. But they really just need defense. Damian Lillard couldn't guard me out there. I would ISO Damian Lillard and get a bucket every time with Damian Lillard. But you just need guard defenders. They knew Damian Lillard couldn't guard. You need guard defenders. You need defenders for the top of the key. But you need Alex Caruso. And I think you had to get off Bobby Portis to get Alex Caruso. And I think it's worth it. I will go get Alex Caruso. Get Alex Caruso. Please get Alex Caruso. You got to get off Bobby Portis. But I still don't think. This is a hot take, I guess. But I don't think the Bucks are championship contenders this year. I think Doc Rivers is that bad of a coach that in the playoffs, even last game, letting Giannis shoot two free throws because if he missed the second, he can get his own rebound. Like, what are you talking about? So I would just get Alex Caruso. That's your best chance at anything. But I would fire Doc Rivers. Fire Doc Rivers if you wanted a chance at this season. Time for the best team in the East, the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are 37-12 for first in the East. The best team in the East to me. But just put that dog in Jason Tatum. Like, let him just put that dog. We win and we lose by Jason Tatum. Just it's that simple. But also, is this the coach for this team? You just think about that. Like, do you want this coach for this team? Also, and please also, and please also, please also, please also, please also, please also, stop shooting so much threes. Get out the 3-point line. Jason Tatum is an elite mid-range shooter, not 3-point shooter. He's an elite mid-range shooter. Let him kill people in the mid-range. You have all these pieces, all this spacing around you, and you're forcing threes for no reason. Stop. The Nets are 19-28, and that's good enough for 11th in the East. And I'm just wondering, you're losing all these games, you're not making the playoffs. Why not just give Cam Thomas the ball? Let it be his team. I always wondered why can't it just be his team offensively. So for the Nets, I'll get off Spencer Dinwiddie, trade him for a young wing, a good wing, or not a wing, probably a 3 and D, another 3 and D, or you can get like a backup center, a little late first round draft pick for a playoff team. Yeah, just let Cam Thomas control this offense. Like, just give him a chance. It just takes one chance. There's nothing wrong with giving him a chance, bro. What are you doing right now? Like, what are y'all doing right now? Nothing. So let Cam Thomas just control it 1 year fully, one time. Hey, so we on to the Knicks, bro. The Knicks ain't cooking. You hear me? Hey, the Knicks are third in the East, 32-17. Been cooking, cooking. Holy bro, Jalen Brunson on tear, proving why he should be an all-star starter. I think it still should have been Trae Young, but it's cool. It's cool. But also, what the Knicks should do. Do you want Julius Randle on this team? I know you've been cooking, but you gotta just put it out there. Let it be known. We can move on from him. We can keep him. And I think they should try out and go get Michael Bridges. Give him some picks for Michael Bridges. I think that'd be a good piece for this team for the future. You're building the Villanova Knicks anyway. So just do that. And there was one more thing. It was move on from Evan Fournier, but you traded him yesterday. So that's it for the Knicks. Just keep balling and rolling into the playoffs. Just keep this going. Build off this. You have a chance with the Bucks not a championship contender no more. You can easily beat the Bucks to me. So put that dog in Julius Randle, man. Make him the number 2 option. Like, he doesn't have a choice no more. Like, it's not up in the air. It's Jalen Brunson. Next we got the Toronto Raptors. I did not know they was this bad this year. They're 17-31. And what they got to do is simple. Get rid of everybody on this team except for Scottie Barnes and Grady Dick and these young pieces. Just let Scottie Barnes be your best player. Unless you get a high draft pick and like a generational talent that's just better than him. But build around Scottie Barnes. That's it. Alright, so we got the Chicago Bulls. Let me be a GM for today. I can fix this team overnight. Bring back prime Michael Jordan and D Rose. I'm playing. The Chicago Bulls are 23-26, 9th in the East. Which they're better than what they're better. I didn't know they were that good. I thought it was under the Raptors. But really, y'all want to start over. So trade everybody except for Kobe White. Don't build around Kobe White. Though he's not good enough to build around. He's a young piece. He's their best young piece. But stack these picks. What the Thunder did, bro. You have a good chance to rebuild this unit good. So don't take it for granted. So the Cavs. Before I go to the Cavs, Don Mitchell. He looks really good when they're in that guard position, the point guard position. I almost let that be known. But they're 30-16. They're 4th in the East. And just let this team grow together, bro. Mitchell might leave this offseason. Give him a reason to stay. That's all I'm gonna say. Give him a reason to stay this season. Just give him one reason to stay. Convince him. You're the only people that can convince him to stay on your team. You want him to stay? Give him a reason to stay. Just the Cavs. They're also better than the Bucks, by the way. Just like I ain't gonna lie, I got the Bucks. They're crushing the Bucks in the playoff series. Okay, let's get into it. The Pistons. As y'all know, their record, they're bad. They're bad. I don't really gotta say it. They're really bad. They're really bad. They're last. They're in the lottery. Like, everything's going wrong for them this season. But looking in for the future, they have a good roster. They just need to trade Killian Hayes. Get James Wiseman and Killian Hayes off your roster. Trade Boban. Please trade Boban to a contender or anybody. It don't really matter who you trade him to. Just trade him. Get him off your roster for a young wing or something. Figure out what you want to do with Jaden Ivey, too. What do you want him to play? All that. And if this is it, and say, is this the coach for this rebuild? Just say it. Just ask yourself, is this the coach? Do we have the right coach? So next we got the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are 27-23, good enough for 6th in the East. And they got a newfound superstar in Tyrese Halliburton. But for the Pacers, so y'all already got Siakam, so y'all already done with trade deadline. Y'all should make no more, unless you're getting a 3D or like just one extra piece. But there's not too much to it. Don't rush Tyrese back from injury because he's tripping about the 65-game rule. You can overturn it. Try to overturn it at the end of the season, but you need him for the playoffs. So trip about don't trip about the rule. Don't trip about the rule for real, for real. And I'm just saying the Bucks versus Pacers will be like the most funniest series because their defense of these teams. The Bucks got Terry defense, but the defense it'll be a funny series. And these teams got beef. Tyrese did the Dame time in front of Tyrese. Yeah, Tyrese did the Dame time in front of Dame. Dame said, humble yourself. Next game did it again. So it'll be funny. All right, so we got the most disappointing team this year. We got the Hawks. They're 21-27. They're the 10th seed. And DeJounte Murray's out of here. It didn't work out with Trae Young. But if you want to build around Trae Young, trade Clint Capella. I think it's over for the off-white. They don't need Clint Capella. And just ask yourself, trade Trae Young and give him a roster. Do you think Trae Young to be a best player on the team, or you want to find a superstar and put extra him? But you just got to ask yourself if Trae Young get. I think Trae Young, but do you think Trae Young? Okay, so the Hornets. There's a video coming out on them soon. Like, this is a trash franchise, but the Hornets, there's no helping this team. There's nothing you can do for this team. I don't know what to do. You gotta find someone to be better than LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. You gotta make them the second and third option. That's the best. Like, their attitude, like Terry Rozier said, he went to the Heat and said the culture is just different in the Heat. Like, the Hornets is breathe losing culture. And that's sad for, like, an NBA team. That's something in high school. Like, high school teams supposed to be, like, bad all around because people in their neighborhood don't want to play. Their school don't get enough money. Nobody wants to play sports at that school. But not for an NBA team. Why do an NBA team always gotta be bad? Like, why are you always bad? Like, that shouldn't be a thing. So, the Hornets, they should need help. I don't know what to do. Okay, so the Heat are tricky. The Heat are really tricky. They're the 7th seed right now. And I don't know if they should make a change or not. They don't really need to. Because they're always... So you never know how good they are till, like, they're in the playoffs. So if you want to make a trade, you got to give up Tyler Hero. But I don't know, because y'all just traded for Terry Rozier. But how good do y'all think Terry Rozier is? I would go out and just get like a low budget center. Probably just spend a little something, like not too much, but a low budget center, backup center, or you can just play next to Bam. That's what I should do. That's all I would do. Really, you don't really got to do. Oh, and also, do y'all need a lead guard now? Now that Kyle Lowry is gone, like what y'all gonna do with the point guard position? That's it though. There's nothing else really for the Heat. They only got to do too much. Okay, so I know the Warriors said they don't want to give up nobody for but they're dumb if they don't want to. They gotta start over, bro. The Warriors gotta start over. So if I'm the Magic, call them about Steph Curry. You got all this young talent. You have some untouchables, but for real, you got all this young talent. You got draft picks for days. Give off some of these people. But if you can't get Steph Curry, you gotta get off of Markelle Fultz or Cole Anthony. But I'll keep Cole Anthony because his locker room presence and he looks like one of the captains out there. So I'll trade Markelle Fultz to somebody. But get Steph Curry, bro. Let's try to get Steph Curry. But you only gotta do too much with this team, though. They're a young team. They building together. They're building like the Thunder. But if you can get Steph Curry, you get Steph Curry for 1 year. 1, 2, 3. 2-3 years, bro. So, yeah. For Wizards, they are 14th in the East, but for everybody, Jordan Poole been disappointing. Not to me, though. I didn't know what y'all expected of Jordan Poole, but he's not a number one option. Like, I don't know what y'all thought he was about to do. But the Wizards, just blow it up, please. Just start over again. You have Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, your best players. I know you want tickets, so you can wait till the all season, but just blow it up. You owe it to your franchise. Y'all been bad since John Wall and Bradley Beal left. So y'all owe it to your franchise to just blow it up, start it over. You're gonna get a top pick. You really need to find a generational talent in one of these drafts. Have a superstar like Anthony Edwards did to Timberwolves. You just blow it up. And also the Wizards. What are y'all like? I don't know what you're doing. Like, y'all got Marvin Bagley now. So, like, are you trying to build this unit up with these core pieces? Or I don't know what you're doing. but I'll blow it up. And so we on to the west side. So we got the Nuggets. They're the fourth seed right now. They're looking really good. They just need to stay healthy. Jamal Murray needs to stay healthy. Jokic's on the tear. Like, I never seen a big. He went like a 4 game stretch and missing like 6 shots. It was crazy. But they're on the tear right now. All I would do for the Nuggets at the trade deadline, try to get Bruce Brown back. It's not going to cost too much from the Raptors. Let's try to get Bruce Brown back. You lost him. Let him come home, bro. You just lost a little bit. That's really yours. That's really yours at heart. It's yours, so just get it back. These higher Western teams don't they got to do too much. So the Timberwolves just continue to get better, bro. You have a good roster. See if you want like a lead guard, but if you want to get off Mike Conley, I guess. But I don't know. It's just, dude, you don't got to just get better, bro. Develop this team. Good team. I was one that was actually really happy about the Rudy Gobert trade. I don't know why people thought it wouldn't work. Like, because you need spacing, but like, you don't need that much. Like, spacing's they be overblowing it. So the Timberwolves, a good team. I think they're second in the West. I can check real quick. Yeah, they're second in the West behind the Thunder. They're probably going to finish 1 or 2, or top 4 at least. But the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards is an MVP candidate. So this is gonna be a good playoffs this time. Timberwolves in it. So we got the Thunder now. The Thunder, which they got the MVP candidate probably because Joel Embiid's not going to make it. So they're the first seed right now actually. And for the Thunder, I would try to trade Josh Giddey and get a 3-and-D. Probably Bruce Brown. Hint. But I would try to get off Josh Giddey. Yeah. And you could trade some draft picks too if you feeling. Y'all got a lot of cap. Y'all got to start paying these people, but you got a lot of cap to work with. Y'all like in a really good. Thunder in a really good situation right now. A lot of people on rookie deals. So yeah, the Thunder, they're pretty good. First seed. They can beat a lot of teams in this West. I'm looking at it right now. They can beat every team except for the Nuggets, the Suns, and probably the Clippers. That's it. Then they could beat any other team in the West. And they could probably beat the Suns. They can maybe beat the Suns. They can maybe beat the Nuggets. They're a bad matchup for the Nuggets too. But no, they're not. Nuggets. They're. I can't lie. Yeah, they're not beating Nuggets, but yeah, they're a pretty good team. Okay, for the. Oh my God, this is funny. For the Trailblazers, just figure out your future. They're the 14th seed. Probably going to be drafted in the lottery. That's really good for them. But they have good guard. They have good future. Do you want DeAndre Ayton? Do you want to keep him? So figure it out. I think they're gonna be solid in like 2-3 years, 4 or 5 years. They're gonna bounce back from the Dame mess. So that's good. Y'all one of the best rebuilding teams, like low tier rebuilding teams. Y'all gonna rebuild faster than the Spurs probably. Pistons, y'all probably gonna rebuild faster. The Wizards definitely. The Hornets definitely. The Raptors definitely. So you're gonna rebuild faster than all them teams, in my opinion. But yeah, just. And who do you want your best player on your team to be? I think it should be Anthony Simons and Shaedon Sharpe. Unless Scoot Henderson just proves people wrong, but I don't know who you want your best player on your team to be. For the Jazz, as you know, the Jazz, they're just trying to see they're on a roll right now. Actually, they're not on a roll. They stopped being on a roll. They was on a roll in January. They start losing on a 3-game losing streak as of right now in the King seed. But for the Jazz, I wouldn't really do nothing to the offseason. Figure out what you want to do with this team. There's nothing you should do right now. So I wait to the offseason. So for the Warriors, there's nothing much to it for the Warriors. Everything must go. Everything must go for the Warriors. They're the 12th seed. They're 21-24. I would say everything must go unless you want to wait a year. I wouldn't mind waiting a year. But everything must go. Even Steph Curry. Like, no, you owe it to the people. I know it's a business. You need Steph Curry, the fans, all that. But I'm just talking about the winning aspect of things. For winning purposes. Everything must go. At least everybody, trade everybody. And if you want to keep Steph Curry this year, just trade Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson. Please trade Klay Thompson. Please, oh my God, he's so bad. Please trade Klay Thompson. Please. So the Clippers is my championship pick. They're also the 3rd seed. They have nothing to do. They have their roster filled out. They did everything early in the season. They just got to worry about the playoffs and focus on winning the championship. So the Clippers, they're good. They're good for this year. So next we got is the Lakers. I'll trade for DeJounte Murray, Zach LaVine, or Curry. The Lakers are the ninth seed, 500 record, 25-25 right now. If you can get Steph Curry, he can get Steph Curry. But I don't think you have enough to get Steph Curry anyway. But to fill out this roster, I know you want to trade, keep Austin Reeves for like the chemistry of this team, but you only got to. I go off D'Lo or Rui, but I'll keep D'Lo if it came down to it. So I don't think you really got to change too much. I wouldn't be. I like this team. I think it's them. And the chemistry of this team is just bad when the trade deadline popped up. Yeah, I didn't have none of these thoughts with the in-season tournament, but now with the trade deadline's here, you want to do all this, but it's okay. All right, so the Suns. There's not really too much the Suns got to do. You just got to find a point guard or you don't really got to find a point guard because they're playmaking by committee right now. But they're good right now. The only team that I think could beat them is the Clippers. The Nuggets, I think it'd be a good series, go to 7. But the only series like healthy, I think it's the Clippers. But this is like very good right now because everybody's like the Lakers are better than the Suns all year. The Lakers are better than the Suns. Like, look at the Suns, look at the Lakers now. But it's cool. KD's about to get his ring without Steph Curry, hopefully. But let's get it. So next we got the Kings. The Kings are the 5th seed right now, 5th in the West. What I would do for the Kings is get a 3rd star, maybe try to get on Davion Mitchell or somebody. There's only 3 untouchables on that team. De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. They both got 2 All-Star stubs, so you got a lot of people to prove wrong this year. But I'll just get off them. I need a 3rd. Not get off them. I would protect them. I would get a 3rd star to put next to the Kings, if you can. The Mavericks. I have a lot for the Mavericks. They should probably get Bruce Brown. They can see the Hornets want to give Miles Bridges. Or it was one more. Let me see. Or trade Jeremy Grant. And trade Kyrie if you think he's not going to stay healthy this postseason. Luka's in his prime, bro. You got to let Luka. You got to build this team around Luka. And I like this roster. There's a few changes you got to do. The Mavericks are sitting at 8th right now. They probably get up to 7th, right behind the Suns. It's probably where they peak. They're gonna probably be the 7th seed going to the playoffs when they're playing. So it's like it's not too much the Mavericks can really do. But yeah, this is what you have off ball players around Luka is what happens, but this not too much. The Houston Rockets. All you had to do is get shooters. Literally. Bring in 1, 2, 3-point shooters, 1 shooter. Just get a 3-point shooter. Just trade something for a 3-point shooter. I like this roster. This young team. They're building it nice. Probably gonna Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks not gonna be there for long after their contracts is up. That's not the core of this team for. So yes, get shooters. That's all you really can do. The Ja Morant Grizzlies. They're sitting 13th, 18-31. So all you gotta do is tank this year, bro. Get a top lottery pick and find probably a generational talent to put next to Ja Morant. That might be Grizzlies. It's gonna be hard to say Ja Morant's not better than Trae Young. They get a generational talent in the draft and that duo paired with Ja Morant, John Jackson, and the pick. So it's not too much. Just tank. Have a year off, bro. They just traded Steven Adams for Oladipo, so I don't know what they're doing right there. Let's just have a year off, bro. Tank. Get a high draft pick someone up in free agency probably. That's all you really gotta do. So the Pelicans to me really don't gotta do nothing. They could probably maybe it's a sneaky trade I'm not thinking about. But just figure out who your number 1 player is. Zion or Brandon Ingram, really. And I'm move on from CJ McCollum if you want to. You really don't got to, but you could. That's a good piece to trade for somebody. But yes, just figure out who your number 1 player is. Zion or Brandon Ingram, and what you gonna like? Is this duo worth it in the future? And you could probably trade Brandon Ingram for DeJounte Murray. I wouldn't be mad at that. So yeah, you can tank. The Spurs continue to tank. Fine. Start Trey Jones too. Like, what are you doing? I don't know why I keep trying to figure out Jeremy. I know y'all trying to like help his ball handle his playmaking skills, but do that practice, bro. You're hurting Wemby. And see if you want to move on from Pop. Like, you could probably fire Pop. Not fire Pop, like move on from Pop. And let Pop go to a contender. That one probably want to move on from their coach. And that's it. It's really too much. Continue to bid on Wemby. It's cool. Wemby. They're going to finish probably last in the West. So, yeah.